the spirit of play. We are gathered today. Let's have a blast. Laugh our troubles away. So, welcome everybody out there to episode number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of In the Spirit of Play. I am Jeanne Bassis, and I'm really, really happy to be here today. It's like, just reminders to slow down. The world has felt so fast lately, personally and in the bigger world, and it's just like the moment to take a moment and slow down, but to do it in a new way that's a little bit playful. So I've got my Hoberman sphere with me right now. Love my Hoberman sphere. It's actually a science toy. It's a little broken, but it still goes in and out and in and out. And I love to coordinate my breath with it, so that I remember that I'm here. It helps. It really, really helps. So my invitation to everybody out there watching on, CTSB and up on YouTube and however you find us is that take a moment, take a deep breath, and figure out a way to bring more lightness, playfulness into your life. That's what we're here to do together today. Oh my God, I have a couple of friends with me. I have...
Hey, I'm Cassie Christan.
Cassie, and I have...
And I am Jenny Clark.
Hey, and so we're going to be playing together today. And the idea for me always is I want people to feel invited to feel their delight, to feel their childlike innocence, to feel that thing, that impulse that says, I want to try that. Hey, can I have a turn? Can I have a turn? Oh, can I? Watch me. You ever see a kid in a lake or a pool? Watch me. That level of excitement about the moment, about life, to me, is sort of the beauty of play. Does that make sense to you folks?
Oh, yeah.
You want to stand up?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because I notice that everybody has something in their hands, and let's take a moment and just kind of focus on that. So just manipulate whatever you have in your hands, and I am a firm believer of finding ways to trick our minds, like that mind that goes around and around and worrying, panicking, planning, plotting. Oh my God, the world's in trouble. I'm in trouble. That kind of mind that most of us have, I think. And finding ways to kind of interject a pause into that and find another way to be. So for me, the Hoberman sphere really, really helps. What did you pick, Jenny?
I love balls. So the unpredictability of where this thing goes and how I can catch it fascinates me.
And that's a really cool ball. Do you know what kind of ball that is?
I don't.
Okay. It's actually a purple, squishy, bouncy, Gertie ball. Gertie. That's the name of the brand. They're really great balls. And you can actually hit heads, body parts, and not get hurt. It works really good with the little kids.
Yes.
But Gertie balls are a whole thing. I mean, you can. Can I show you something? I often, that you can squish them different places, or you could. I gotta readjust here. You could.
Plop.
Lay an egg. And I'll sometimes, go like, if I'm sitting on this ball, and actually it starts to feel a little bit like a massage, like an inner massage. I can feel my spine going, hey, thank you. And then it's like, wait, do I have an egg or a pancake? Oh, I guess it's an egg. So that's a fun thing. What did you choose, Cassie?
Well, as I came in the room, I said, what is this? You said it's a baby toy.
Yeah.
But to me, it looks like an atom or like a whole universe inside here. These are different planets. But I also like how it's wood, but it makes it kind of makes it's like wind chime sounds.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And and the movement.
Yeah.
You can manipulate it lots of different ways.
Manipulate it so many different ways.
Yeah.
Scrunch it up.
So let me find my Hoberman sphere again.
But it sounds like wind chimes.
It does, and that has sound with it too. See, that's an attraction.
And I could see how this would go in the baby's mouth immediately.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that I'm forever an advocate of is that when you're feeling, I wish I was remembering this more in the last week.
Yeah.
But when you're feeling stressed out about something, or you're getting ready or you're in a meeting or in a phone conversation, to have an object in your hands to manipulate actually invites the right and the left hemispheres of your brain to kind of come into more of a balanced place, synchronistic place. And it's like your system says, oh. Kids are always fidgeting with stuff.
Oh,
People
like
with
doodling.
pens,
Doodling
right?
when you're listening.
There you go.
It's
That's
really
another
helpful.
way. That's another thing. Exactly. So it gets our brain operating differently. So it always helps to have something in your hand, especially if you're like feeling stressed out or nervous and worried or. Am I not the only one?
Oh no. I'm on a roller coaster that's going on different tracks right now.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Is my feeling, and let's just pass these around so you get to experience this, and we kind of have a little switcheroo.
Yeah, I love it.
Is that play is kind of an antidote to all of that.
Yeah.
Like when we can find that place of a little bit of lightness and a little bit of, let's see what can happen next, and it's like, oops, well, it doesn't really matter if you can't catch it. That's part of the game, it's like, what
I
can
love
we
the
do? sound. Yeah.
It's got that wind chime.
This could use a little air.
Yeah.
I had one of these balls one time that I lost the pin, and it kept there in it for 2 years. Without the pin.
Wow.
Without the pin.
Wow.
Go figure.
What do you use the pin for?
To hold the air in.
Oh, that's the pin. Okay.
Yeah. I did it with a bike pump. Yeah, long ago. Anyway, let's have a seat for a moment.
All right.
I want to just have a little hydration.
Hydrate.
Yeah, good idea.
Important.
Playing always makes me thirsty. I think the world makes me thirsty.
Gotta hydrate.
Hydration. So let's play a little game. Let's take the word hydrate. Okay? Because one of the things I've been wanting to do with the show as it's evolving, this is, as I said, show number 5, is to remember that it's important to have a little bit of a focus and a theme. Okay? So I thought today we would focus a little bit on expressing sounds. Expressive sounds. Expression.
Yeah.
Right? So it could be an actual word like hydrate, which is kind of an interesting word. Hydrate. So, if we had a little bit of a rhythm, just a little rhythm, doesn't have to be much. And we can just sort of go like hydrate.
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 That's what I heard.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Hydrate.
Hydrate. Great.
Hi. Hydrate. Hydrate. I hydrate, you hydrate, we all hydrate. Like I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I hydrate, you hydrate, we all hydrate for health.
We drink.
Hydrate. Oh, hydrate.
Hi.
Hey, hydrate. Hydrate. So this is a perfect example of when you take off on something a little improvisational, just kind of go with it, and how exhaustingly magnificent this is. I want to keep going. I don't ever want to stop. And it's also like, well, how do you end something like this?
Yeah.
We just keep saying, hydrate.
Hi.
I don't know how long. Hydrate?
Hydrate.
Hydrate for how long?
Hydrate.
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 Hydrate, 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 hydrate.
Stool. Hydrate. Hydrate. Hydrate.
Hydrate, hydrate, we're gonna hydrate.
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 Hydrate, and now I'm really getting thirsty. Hydrate, let's end the game.
And have a sip of water.
That's a great way to end.
It's true. I often don't know how to end things. And it's sort of like, so this is a really good point. I'd actually like to take a moment here. When I can get enough out of my head, okay, when I can sort of push those planning, plotting, worrying thoughts aside, am I playing good enough? Oh my God, I'm on TV, how's it going? All of those kind of thoughts that pop in, and just kind of get into that, we're playing hydrate. It helps to have the rhythm.
Oh, yeah.
It helps me to find rhythm, always, because the rhythm becomes part of my body, and then it helps whatever the words are coming out. But the whole idea of like, it's a break from the usual mental chatter.
Right.
So I just thought we'd just take a moment or three and just like share about it a little bit. Like, what'd you notice? Because I said the theme was sound and expression, right? Okay. That is what I said, right?
You did. Yeah. That was our focus.
So,
yeah.
So, what was I thinking? I was trying not to think. Trying to be in the so-called moment and contributing as much as I could, but and thinking, I want to do this more often. So
contributing as much as you could, was there something that was stopping you from contributing more, or did you feel like it was a more mixing in with the two of us,
or
both?
It was my lack of imagination.
Oh, so you had a judgment about your imagination.
Oh, maybe I do now, but I wasn't. It wasn't pushing any buttons for me. This idea.
Yeah. So can I say this, Jenny? Because I'm so happy you just said it. No, it's like this is the thing: is play is not always fun. Play can bring up other stuff, like, oh my God, I didn't do it good enough. I wish I'd done it better. Or
am I doing this right?
Am I doing this right? I mean, my fear. I've been teaching play with people most of my life. Decades, right? To getting people to play together, kids, adults, people who used to be kids, right? And it's like, often the voice in my head says, before I even start, what if nobody wants to play with me?
Right.
Right? So it's like the ways that we have to make ourselves not good enough about playing. It's like, wait a minute, And it's like when you think about, because what I'm offering to you guys, which I think you both know, is and to our audience, is non-competitive play. Not play that's so much about the finish line, like who's going to win and who's going to lose and all of that kind of stuff. It's much more enjoyable and, to me, relaxing, really, to not have to be in competition.
Like the play for the sake of play.
Play for the sake of play. The product, the process rather than the product.
Right.
Right? Process rather than the product. Let's try that. Process rather than the product. Process rather than the product. Process rather than the product.
Process
rather than. It's good alliteration. Process rather than the product. Process. Process rather than the product. Process rather than the product. You're good on those T's. Enunciate every consonant. Okay, so I have to say this. I'm from New York City. There's a lot of things that get missed in elocution. Process rather than the product. Is that what we said? Process rather than the product.
Or the points.
Process. What? Say it again.
Or the points. Winning the points.
Process rather than the point.
Rather than the
Points.
Getting the ball back rather than smashing it back.
Getting the ball back, smashing it back. I like that.
There's a lot of good words.
Everybody
there.
wins, nobody loses.
Yes.
See, that's
Everyone's
see, this
winning.
is why to me play is about creating peace in the world.
Yeah.
Okay? Like if you have the kind of interactions that are not about like, well, I'm going to do it better than you, and I'm going to, you know, and of course, you know, there's lots of room for competitive sports, but this is not what I'm talking about, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the ultimate of competition is war, you know, and the people who have too much control over what's happening to our earth and our peoples everywhere. So, you know.
But people aren't allowing the time for the type of play you're talking about. So I think
That's why I
that-
have a TV show,
Right.
to invite people. Thank you, Cassie. Let's stand up. Let's play a game. Let's do something different.
Yeah.
You can file those toys up on the table. We don't need them right now. Okay. So maybe we can just push the chairs back a little bit too if you need a little bit more room. You just scooch them back. So this is a game that normally I would play with partners. Okay? So we're going to start it without partners. And then we're going to have chances to partner with each other.
Okay.
If that feels comfortable.
Absolutely.
Okay? So this game is called the mirror game.
Oh, yes.
Okay? The mirror game, there's two roles. One role is the person who's looking in the mirror, and the other role is the mirror. So there's a person and a mirror. Okay? If you happen to be the person, you're the one who initiates some kind of looking in the mirror movement. Right? Slower is better than really fast because it's hard to follow really fast because the person who's looking in the mirror, the person who's initiating movement is going to be imitated by the mirror. The mirror, so one way to think about this is imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Yeah.
So we're heading in that direction, like we're saying, oh, you're doing something really cool and I want to do it too. Like in play talk, you know, I would define that as me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going for. Let's just try it.
Add a thing to it.
Sure.
Like protect your partner, right? So I've done this before, and kids always try and trick each other.
Oh yeah.
But it's like you're protecting. Well, let's protect each other.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's also, again, it's in the framework of this is about play. This is not about I'm going to get you and you're going to get me.
Yeah, Yeah.
Exactly. So rather than do the piece that when it's done with partners where there's eye contact, let's just try it one time without the eye contact.
Awesome.
You two can look at each other or me, because I'm going to be the person starting it. Maybe you both look at me, and I'm not going to look at either of you. I'm going to look at that camera, okay? And so in the mirror game, there's lots of levels of any game, really. You can start with this and then do this and add that and change it slightly. We're just going to start with the basic with just movements, all right? It does help to breathe like any game. So let's find our feet. Take a nice breath. Right? Doesn't it feel good to stand up? Let's do a little body wiggle jiggle before we play this game. Okay, just kind of one of my favorite things to do actually is to just shake things and shake them loose a little bit, not like really hard, but just kind of the wiggle jiggle. We have necks, we have hips, we have shoulders, we have feet, we have fingers. What parts of you want to move? A stretch. I like that. Right? And a little, yeah. Oh, I like that. A little shimmy in the shoulders. Look at that. Yeah, a little shimmy.
I like your.
So, now I think I'm more ready to play.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah.
All right. So, for me, part of being able to start looking in the mirror is I have to feel really grounded in myself first. So, for that, it involves my finding the soles of my feet, my SOLES, that connects to my SOUL, and everybody else's S, right? Our feet to who we are, to the earth, to the connection, to feeling strong, to feeling alive. You guys get the idea, right? Okay, now we're going to do partners.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Who wants to be my partner first?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to be the person or the mirror?
Next me.
Do you want to be the person
I'll be
or the mirror?
person.
You'll be the person, so
Yes.
I'm your mirror.
Right.
Okay, so we're just doing this with bodies.
Yes.
No sounds or anything yet. We're heading
yet.
that way. We're heading that way. We're heading that way. You saw it coming. All right. Yeah?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I'm going to stop there because, wow, that was fabulous. Thank you, Cassie.
Yeah.
So what we would do is we would now change sides so that physically in our bodies and also in our brains, here's a big word, psychomotorically.
Ooh.
Want to try it?
Just Google that one.
Psychomotorically in our brain and our body. We get it. We're in a new role. Okay, can you move that way a little bit? So we're just switching roles. Okay, I was the mirror, you were the person, so now I'm the person and you're the mirror. Ready? That was good. So here's the thing, is I did that pretty fast.
Yeah.
I said we were going slow, and I
But I said
took
yes
off.
and followed you.
That's right. That's a basic about rule of improvisation.
Sure.
Yes and. Thank you.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to try it?
Yeah,
Only
absolutely.
we're going to do it a little different now. We're going to add sound.
Okay.
So it might be like the person might be going or la 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 or whatever.
Yeah. Great.
Or
I'll use it.
doesn't have to be loud, but we want them to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So decide
For them.
decide who wants to be the first person, who wants to be the first mirror.
You choose, please.
I'd love to be
The
the
person?
person.
The person.
Initiative.
Okay, I'm following. Okay.
Okay, so let's go.
Oh, can I add a couple things which I
Please.
didn't really say?
Yeah.
But we were doing it is really to have eye contact with your person and mirror, really looking at each other, and then also expanding peripheral vision. We were kind of doing that when we went sideways,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's part of the deal. Is you want to try and do whatever you can to imitate.
Cool.
Yeah.
You are so fun.
Switch roles. Physically change places. Psychomotorically, you are somebody else now. If you are the person, you are the mirror. Take a breath, everybody. Always helps to breathe before starting. Before starting anything in life,
Take a
breathe
breath.
first. My new rule.
Plop. Plop. Plop, 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 plop.
Stop it there. That was amazing where that went.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Really
Quick
good.
thought, real quick. Like
Yeah.
a quick sentence, one sentence.
Finding the energy and listening to your partner, and you can have more fun
yeah.
that way.
Great,
Yeah.
one sentence.
I felt slow to the draw. I was fascinated by what you were doing, but I couldn't get there.
It was fast.
And then I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm old.
But you know what?
I felt like
What?
you were with me. That's so funny.
You did?
You felt that way, yeah.
I felt that way about you, too.
See, we don't always know what's real.
Yeah.
Reality is but a group concept.
Lily Tomlin said that. Reality is but a group concept. So we're going to stop right here. And we're going to get ready to do a song.
Yeah.
You go. Okay. Here we go. We're going to sing the Worried Man Blues today because there's been too much worrying going on lately. That's what I say. Too much to worry about. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried, well, I played the wrong chord. To sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. So that's the chorus of this song. You know, like I mentioned earlier, we had tried to say it takes a worried woman or a worried human. And what did you suggest, Jenny? Soul. Takes a worried soul. Let's try it. It takes a worried soul to sing a worried song. It takes a worried soul to sing a worried song. We sound good. It takes a worried soul to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Well, we're on TV. We love to play. We're on TV. We love to play. We're on TV. And we love to play. We're on TV. And we love to play. Got a verse, anybody?
I got one.
You got one?
Here we go. I love the stars twinkling in
The
the
sky.
sky.
I love the stars twinkling in the sky. I love the stars twinkling in the sky.
Waving high, way up high,
Way up high. Got one, Jenny?
I know a river that is very long.
I know a river that is very long. I know a river that is very long.
very long, and wet, very wet.
Very wet. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Yeah. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Thanks everybody for tuning into In the Spirit of Play. We had fun, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
All right. Bye everybody. Be good to yourselves.
thank
Keep
you.
smiling. Keep playing. Let's have a blast. Laugh our troubles away. Laugh our troubles away. Laugh our troubles